I'm Adam Watson.
I'm Trinity Watson, and this is Cult of the Lamb, Issue 1 by Alex. I'm gonna butcher that so bad. My apologies. Packanatal?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, Packanatal and Troy Little.
I think it's kind of understood that when you come to a YouTube channel like this,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to know how to say every single name.
Yeah.
Some of them you just never will know how to say until you hear somebody else pronounce it too. Like if I hadn't heard Tony Morgan, the artist on Chronicles of Von Helsing, if I hadn't heard him say Bill Sienkiewicz's name,
Yeah.
I would have never figured out how to say Sienkiewicz. You have to hear somebody else pronounce that in order to know.
Yeah, you'll never get that one on your own.
Right.
Good luck. But yeah, this one has a bunch of different variant covers for each of the issues. This one was the one that I picked because it's the cutest and the best one in my opinion. But the other variant covers are still good. So if you don't know anything about Cult of the Lamb, this is kind of both a origin story and also its own kind of
offshoot
of the video game. And what the video game is that you are a lamb, like, you know, and we'll see that as the comic progresses, but you're a lamb who's being sentenced to death.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the video game progresses...
So the way this begins is the same way the comic or video game begins.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it offshoots more towards, like, the second issue, I'd say.
Okay.
But, yeah. Yeah, so, like, as...
Okay, so this is pretty much a straight adaptation in a lot of ways, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I've only ever played the dice game.
Oh,
in it against you.
Okay, so
I've
only played Knucklebones.
Yeah, I've seen you guys play it.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never actually played it myself.
Yeah, so the only thing that's, like, different is that they, like, characterize everything.
Yeah, there's more dialogue, things like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, I didn't know this was pretty much a straight adaptation. This is hilarious.
Yep. It's amazing.
This comic actually made me laugh in a few parts.
Yeah, so as you can see here, it's one of those, like, very dark storytelling with very cute characters.
Right.
Very, like, I hate fairyland and I love Halloween and things like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, this is a mature book, but looks like it was made for kids.
Yeah. Which, you know, never...
And at the same time, there's nothing in this first issue, at least, that's so bad.
Right.
There's violence and things like that, but it's pretty cartoony. It probably isn't something you'd see on Nickelodeon, but...
No.
At the same time, if you remove some of the cult elements and things like that, it's not that bad, is all I'm saying.
Right. So, we're introduced to the bishops. All of this is based on an island, and the island is split into 4 parts.
Okay.
So each of these bishops rule a different part.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first one you go through, which is the first one that we're going to be introduced to, is Leshy's Land.
Okay.
And basically the whole gimmick is that the lamb, your character, is a cult leader, but also so are they.
Okay. These guys are cult leaders?
They are all cult leaders.
I thought they were some sort of deities. Okay.
Yeah, so they're revered as deities.
Okay, because in this world, the more you're worshipped, the more power you get. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm following you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty easy to figure out. It's not really like hidden knowledge, but this is like the brother of the other 4 that they sentenced to death.
Okay. Okay, so he was a bishop as well?
Yeah, and then they kicked him, and he's the god of death, basically. And the other 4 all have different domains.
Mm-hmm.
And as you play through the game, as you become the lamb, and you can kind of see like the beginnings of that in this comic, your character slowly becomes the god of death himself, because he makes a cult and he gains a following and everything.
Right. So let's just pause there for a second to talk about the process a little bit. Mm-hmm. That is a phenomenal silhouette.
It is. It's
the
so good.
Axe driving down, all shown in red. The only thing that I think would have made this page better is it's not clear that this is actually supposed to be a panel colored completely black.
Yeah.
And that should be clear. So I think there needs to be some sort of border around there.
Right.
But other than that, that's a great page. That silhouette is amazing.
Yeah.
Whoever is doing the artwork in this has perfectly captured the look of that game from what I've seen when you guys are playing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the artist is, I believe, Troy Little. But yeah, so yeah, you meet the god of death.
And so little detail in like the characters, but then the chains are overly rendered.
It's so
which
good.
works. It really works really well.
Yeah, and it's like very similar to the style of the game. And then we have the lamb like accepting the power that
and that's a great splash page. 3/4 splash page.
Yeah. And then you meet all of the grunts, which all of the enemies here.
The way the lamb looks when his head's just separated and dead.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So they actually did kill the lamb.
Yeah.
This lamb is brought back to life, but not in the same body as this one, right?
Well, it is. It's just not really like shown, but his head comes back onto his body and everything.
Oh, that's why his eyes are glowing red right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
His body like merges back together. It's,
okay.
The game is
so
phenomenal.
This is still in the domain of okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we have him kicking absolute ass with great panels.
Great facial expressions.
Yeah. Very like I really like the use of the sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's done to great effect.
It is, and the silhouettes in this are amazing.
Yeah, it's so good.
The storytelling in this is so much better than what you'd expect for a licensed comic, honestly.
Right.
There have been some really, really, really great licensed comics over the decades, right?
Yeah.
But this might be a controversial statement to make, but I think a lot of licensed comics these days, outside of like what Robert Kirkman's doing with Transformers and G.I. Joes, a lot of them are really lacking, missing something. But this is the second time we've looked at something where it's a newer licensed book that's really working, the first of which being Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, especially since it's like a video game comic. I feel like there aren't a lot of great video game comics.
Yes. Yeah, maybe that's more specifically what I mean. Is Tomb Raider was really long running. But yeah, there aren't. The Legend of Zelda manga is highly regarded, but I think a lot of people just pick up the Valiant series just for the collectible aspect.
Yeah.
Or maybe because they have fond memories of watching the Mario show. Right. And maybe it's not fair to say a lot of the licensed stuff isn't that great, 'cause it's not like I read that much of it.
Right.
I think it might be a case where without those books being on any sort of a newsstand, you're not finding out as much about them. You're not hearing as much about them.
Yeah.
Like it didn't matter if there was word of mouth going about the Alf comic in the 80s. Enough people to watch the Alf TV show saw it on the newsstands, picked it up. Yeah. That's not going to be the case with this. This for the single issues is probably only sold at comic shops. And the trade paperback, I'm sure, is at bookstores. But it's not like every single person who goes to a video game store is actually frequenting bookstores or comic shops. So who knows how many people are into the video game that never even heard there was a comic of this.
Yeah. There was a Kickstarter done for this, but you wouldn't have heard about it unless you were already playing the game or you were following along on Steam somehow.
Okay. And then you'd have to actually be willing to read announcements. Yeah. Things like that. Yeah. Yeah, because it's a mistake to think that everybody who's interacting with you is actually subscribed to your channel. Yeah. Subscribed to your YouTube channel. Right. Or following you on Instagram or Facebook, anything like that.
Hit the bell.
What the hell is this guy?
Okay, I love him. So, real quick before I get to him, I just love the action sequence and like how it's illustrated and how the lamb looks and everything. Yeah. And the little heads on the ground. It's so cute. Death is so cute.
Yeah, it looks great. And just once again, when I was talking the other day about the Masters of the Universe, Masterverse issue #1, I said that it adds a lot to horror books to use black black borders, right? Mm-hmm. Something we do in Ghost Assassin that I think is done to very good effect. It really works in this.
It works so well. It makes everything look cohesive, and then once like
it also sells the idea that even though this is cartoony, this is still in essence a horror book.
Yeah. So I'm pretty positive Reptile is a mole creature.
Oh, okay. I thought he was a bear. Okay.
Yeah. So no, because
his nose is so weird with his eyes.
It's so weird. He actually has like long whiskers in the game too, if I remember correctly. Okay. But yeah, I love Reptile. He comes into the game very early on, just like in this. And he comes up, he digs himself out of the earth, which is what makes me think he's a mole creature.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's a guide for the Lamb. He was the first follower of the God of Death. He was one of the first like vessels for him.
Oh, okay.
Which is, why he has the whole gimmick of like he has a fake crown. Because he once held the power of the crown.
Okay, so he made himself a fake crown?
Yeah, because he couldn't deal with the loss of that.
The lamb's face being in shadow here really works well. Mm-hmm. You don't want to draw a full face. That's an easy way to get around it.
Yep.
And looks great.
Mm-hmm. Especially with the art style. It's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Ratal's trying to tell him why it's important to have a cult, because that was the deal that he made with the God of Death. And then they go and they find somebody about to be sacrificed, which this is also a gimmick in the game, is that you actually do have random encounters where you just find villagers tied up and you have to save them. And
this poor bunny.
Yeah, this is
the overly cute way it's drawn.
It's so cute.
You're actually really hoping as you read this, don't sacrifice that bunny. What are you doing?
Yeah, all of the creatures in this are so cute. That's one of the best parts about
Cult of the Lamb. The guys that are sacrificing the bunny are cute.
Yeah.
And they're sacrificing it to appease their bishop?
Yeah, so their bishop is Leshy, who is the first one of the bishops to be lined up.
Okay.
So right now, all of the grass and everything, this is Leshy's domain that they're in.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the lambs, I just love the artwork so much with the lamb silhouette, and then like with the with his face blacked out and then only his eyes coming in.
Yeah.
Works to great effect.
Eyes.
The blood splashing on the little bunny.
Yeah, and then Ratau is how you say his name?
Mm-hmm.
Ratau just suddenly grabbing the bunny, sucking him through the portal. I thought he had killed him. That's what I thought happened.
Oh no!
But he's seen in silhouette with just the one big eye and a smiley face. Like he's gonna do something evil, absolutely.
Yeah, in the video game, because it's a little bit different here than in the video game, because in the video game, he almost gives, like, a Master Splinter kind of quality to him.
Oh, okay.
And this, he's just kind of, like, a crazed old man, and I really love that characterization of him. But yeah, he teleports the bunny to his sanctuary.
Right.
When he was the follower of the God of Death. And then he shows the lamb that same sanctuary. And tells the lamb, he has to clean it up and everything. And that's a huge part of the video game as well, as like you have this home base that you have to clean up, and your followers go and they live there. You have to clean up their poop and you have to feed them. It's amazing. The video game is amazing.
What's the point in being a cult leader if you have to clean someone else's poop?
It shows that you're as devoted to them as they are to you, and that you love them.
I'd show them I love them by appointing that bunny over there to do that. I'm not cleaning up these animals' poop.
Look, eventually you can build outhouses, and they take care of it themselves.
All right, well that sounds better.
When they're first part of your cult, they're basically like newborn babies.
And I like that it's now gone to white borders.
Yes, yeah. There's no more horror at the moment.
The coloring in this is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is all the shading very, very excellently done, but the fact that the colorist knew when to change the border colors to show, okay, this bright, sunny world, this is okay. Everybody's safe. Everybody's happy here.
Yeah.
Well, everybody except for Ratau, who is not happy and is still shown in silhouette with one angry eye.
Yeah, because the lamb's just taking this all easy. He's laid back at the moment, not taking any.
He wants to eat some fruit and just chill.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't believe in any of like the things that the god of death set on him.
Right.
But yeah, Ratau watches from the shadows. I love this panel so much with him.
Yeah, I love that he's just hiding
in
the grass, watching for no apparent reason.
Yeah, and then we see the bunny actually interacting with the lamb. And I love this, how she made his eyes like red and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's such a cute
character.
It
shows her whittling. But where did she get the paint?
She made it. Don't question it.
Maybe she made the paint out of the berries that are there somehow.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe it's the blood of those birds, considering what this comic is. I don't know.
Yeah. You can catch the birds and turn them into meat. So.
Oh, maybe. Maybe then.
Maybe the lamb caught it for her. But yeah, so finds out she gave him an act of devotion and now he's going to crave more and he wants more. Great panels. Love the use of like the lighting and everything. Lighting is so hard to do and it's done so well in this, I feel. Like it actually looks like it's glowing, which is a really hard effect to pull off.
That's a super hard effect to pull off.
Yeah. Especially like with panels like these where it's all light and everything.
Yeah, I'm guessing so the way that they did this is they did overcoloring over the marks, right? And then what I'm assuming is everything is undercolored and then there's a masked off gradient coming from each of the various light sources. I think that was how that was accomplished, which is done really well and makes it have that glowing animated type look.
Yeah.
Without looking like they're just copying the art style from the video games.
Right.
That is one of the areas that a lot of the licensed material kind of falls in, is like at times they forget it's a comic and they just try to put whatever existed on the page. You know, of course there's the books that are made for kids that Tokyo Pop used to do, where they were the cinematic books where they literally just took stills from the movie and put word balloons over them. Those are aimed at little kids, a little bit different. But a lot of times they try and copy the style too much. This looks great because it actually looks like how you want it to look on a comic page.
Yeah.
So when he takes an act of devotion, it breaks it?
Not in the game generally. It's more broken because it's showing that the last of his humanity is gone, I feel.
Okay. So it's just for dramatic effect. And I love the coloring around the border. Yeah. How it's seeping in, like darkness coming in.
Yeah, the horror is coming back.
I've seen borders done in very artful ways. You know, Fables comes to mind, where there was always something in the borders that really told a different story. But this, if you notice, the black is actually flies.
Yeah, like everything's
I've never seen it done quite like this.
Yeah.
Which just looks great. I love everything about that.
It's so great. So yeah.
And once again, the glowing around his head done perfectly.
It's so good. The art for this is amazing.
Who colored this?
That would be
Nick Filardi. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name, but great coloring.
Yeah. So then we see the last gimmick for this issue is the tarot card reader. So in the video game, in order to get buffs and stuff, you can randomly find this guy. And he gives you tarot cards that either gives you hearts or like one-ups, but it's basically for the round that you're doing.
But
going through the bishop.
This time around, he's stating the lamb's going to be betrayed. And it must be a bad omen because this page is bordered in black. So, And then the next issue apparently has a follower just be dead in the woods and flowers are growing through his face.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. And then we see two very different looking books being advertised on this.
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim 20th anniversary. That doesn't need much explanation of what that is.
No.
I have no idea what this is though.
Mm-hmm.
Could probably use a little bit more explanation in the ad.
And then more Scott Pilgrim.
There is more explanation for Scott Pilgrim here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know what this is, but this looks really good.
Oh yeah, it does. That looks so cute.
You think an eyeball being out of a skull is cute?
Well, this comic was my recommendation, so of course I
true.
do.
That's true. I do kind of want to check this one out. I liked the biker mice from Mars when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. So I'd be curious enough to check that one out.
Yeah.
And then Oni's relaunch of EC, which I might take a look at some point. Mm. Yeah, so Cult of the Lamb issue number 1. Mm-hmm. That was a great story. It made me actually want to play the video game.
Yeah. No, it's phenomenal. It's such a good both origin issue and also branch off of the game.
I think it's important though, every time we take a look at a licensed product, like when we looked at Buffy the other day, to think about, does this make you want to seek more out, right?
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe, Masterverse did make me want to seek more out. Cult of the Lamb does make me want to seek more out. I want to see where the story goes. I also kind of want to play the video game now.
Yeah.
So I think it did its job. Did exactly what it should be doing.
Yeah, and as a fan who is reading this, who's coming in with the expectations.
I was just looking at what the cover price was, $4.99.
Mm-hmm. As a fan who is coming into this like expecting a great thing, because this is a IP that I love, I was not disappointed at all.
No, I can see that.
Yeah, like this makes me excited for everything else that's coming from this.
Right. All right, you got anything else?
Nope.
Okay, let's go make some comics, maybe after we play a few video games. We are extremely excited to announce the Comics Mainstream is now carrying the newly relaunched Heavy Metal magazine. Issues number 1 and 2 are currently available for retailer purchase through our website, as well as being available at all of our spinner rack locations. We are currently accepting pre-orders for issue number 3. Let's just take a quick look at all the different cover options. So this is a Frank Frazetta cover for issue number 1. This is a blank cover, which is currently sold out at the distribution level. Some of our spinner rack locations may still have copies. The Grant cover. Hildebrandt cover. Janevsky. Lotte. And for issue number 2, Brahm, Janevsky, and Riley. These issues are selling quick. Tell your retailer to order through Comics Mainstream before all copies are gone. Copies are still available via our spinner racks while supplies last.